story for all of you about a very unexpected, challenging, and thrilling experience that I had a lot more recently. So it's December of 2015. I'm visiting New York City from Santa Monica, California, which is where I was living. It's freezing. I'm in a cab in Midtown, and I get a text from my friend John Batiste. John's an amazing musician from New Orleans, and we've worked together in different musical capacities over the years, but I hadn't heard from him in a while. Now, September of that year, he started a brand new gig as the band leader for The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. So I get a text from him, and it says, "Hey, Grace, do you play clarinet and baritone saxophone, ? And what other instruments do you play?" This is like so out of the blue. And to be honest, I have not played the clarinet since 4th grade, where it deeply scarred me, and I swore to myself I would never play it again and begged my parents to get me a saxophone. And I have not played the baritone saxophone since 8th grade, and that's a huge instrument. It's like 25 pounds. But I'm thinking in the back of my head, maybe this has to do with the Late Show for the future, so I should start practicing these instruments now to get ready for the future. Now, my parents have always raised me, and from the musical experiences I've had and talked about, to say yes as much as possible, because that brings in all these new, amazing opportunities in my life. So with that in mind, I said, yes, I do. And I also play alto sax and soprano, and I sing and percussion and keys. Why do you ask? Okay, so the next text he writes goes, "Cool, what are you doing in 3 days? Want to join us on The Late Show for 1 week?" Oh my God. So I'm like, what? This is amazing. What an opportunity. And then I'm like, oh my God. I just told him I played instruments that I don't play. And 3 days? Are you kidding me? Okay, but I wrote back, yes, because I couldn't pass up this opportunity. So, next thing, try to prepare. Now, he didn't tell me any music we would be playing. He didn't say, I'll send you some PDFs, none of that. So, I had no idea. It was just show up on Monday. Also, I didn't have the horns. I told you it was a really quick trip. So, I called Yamaha Instruments. I've been endorsing their horns for the last year. And they said, "Grace, take a deep breath. This is fantastic. We'll get you in the studio tomorrow, and we'll hook you up with all of the horns." Okay, cool. Next thing, try to get good at the clarinet and baritone saxophone in 3 days. Now, I don't know if any of you play woodwinds, but the clarinet is such a beast, and it is not like the saxophone. And you just can't get good at anything in 3 days. I mean, I have background of the saxophone, of course, but this was so daunting. And the baritone saxophone is a very big instrument. It's, I don't know why I'm not, technically, I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay. It's a very big instrument. This is me with the woodwind. So it's a 25-pound instrument, and so I'm going crazy the next 3 days trying to learn these things with no music sent. I go on YouTube, and I'm like searching Stephen Colbert Late Show to find all the past episodes. I learned the theme song. I'm going back to old music I've played with John, just hoping that that might be some of the material. I don't know. So Monday rolls around. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. I can't sleep the night before. I'm worried I won't hear my alarm. I roll up to the Ed Sullivan Theater. The set is beautiful. The production is crazy. They're introducing me to their makeup department and wardrobe, and there's giant cameras, and it's just all so new. And I'm wearing these in-ear monitors, which are ear molds that I hear Stephen Colbert's voice, and John has a special talkback mic that only the band hears, and then I hear production voices. So I'm getting used to that as well. Okay, so it's just about showtime. Stephen Colbert walks onto the stage. The crowd is going nuts, and the cameras are the guy's counting down, and I'm feeling like this headless chicken, but having to keep this very calm demeanor and smile. Meanwhile, I still have no idea what we're gonna play. I'm serious. We learned the theme song, and then John went over a few other little ideas, but it was all so vague. The thing about him is John is one of the most spontaneous people I've ever met, and in our past performances together, he never has a set list. I don't know why I was thinking for national television it would be different, but it wasn't. So, okay, here I am having no idea what we're about to play. Cameras are going. And we come into the first commercial break. So I watch the cameras, these giant things, start to like pan towards the band. And then I hear John in my ear go, Grace, grab the clarinet, get on the blacktop, get on the blacktop. And I have no idea what the blacktop is. So in a state of panic, I look over to one of the other band members and I mouth like, what's the blacktop? And he points to the front of the stage. And so I grab the clarinet and I go to the front, the camera's in my face. And this is the moment I was praying would not happen. I was really hoping that John would just forget that I play the clarinet and just let me play the saxophone. But there I am, and in that moment, all I could do was take a deep breath, jump in, and say, you got it, you got this. And so I played. And the next thing I hear in my ear is John saying, trade with me, trade with me. Now, he's this crazy virtuosic pianist, so he starts playing. And I'm like, oh my God. So somehow we got through it. It's all kind of a haze to me. And after the performance, I had all the band and the production crew, they're all coming up to me saying, that was incredible, what a great solo. We didn't know you played all these instruments. And that 1 week stint turned into an incredible 6 months with the band. Oh, thank you. And I got better at the clarinet and baritone. So, our brains are so powerful. And in that moment of jumping in and soloing on a foreign instrument, it would have been so easy to prepare for the worst, to give up before even trying, and to let my nerves get the best of me. Well, there have been studies done about groups of athletes and musicians who rehearse their moves in their heads before, and it being just as effective as the group who go through the actual physical motions. So in that moment of jumping in, the decision to succeed before I even played my solo was probably just as important as physically playing it. What do they say? They say, fake it till you make it.